I just had to show you guys this. My, isn't that car old? This thing reminds me of the Ford Pinto or the Yugo that came out back in the early 80s, I think. This is a Pride Yuda CD5. And it's still rolling. It's still rolling. I don't know how it could be, but I'll bet you that they put a lot of parts into that. And this guy's probably laughing all the way to the bank because he bought this thing like several decades ago and hasn't had to buy a new car since. So all the suckers out there that are in debt to clear their eyeballs with new car loans, this guy here is driving a Chinese style Yugo and probably living in a low rent shack, and like I said, laughing all the way to the bank. Brand new 3-wheel car. You can buy it in China, have it shipped over to the United States or Canada or Europe or wherever you're at. Cheaper than you think, but don't get in an accident because you may not be walking away from it. Right there it is, the Chevrolet Spark, which is a little 3-cylinder 1-liter compact. And if it looks familiar to the Chery QQ from China, it's because it is. This is one of the many automobile designs that were stolen from United States automakers, and you can look that up through any search engine and find the information. Some of them were caught and some of them were not caught, but there's been some famous corporate espionage cases coming out of Detroit from the Big Three, and the Chevrolet Spark is one of them because the QQ is now, you know, one of the famous low-cost budget cars that a lot of black taxis use in China, and it's exact replica. I mean, right down to the tires. QQ 101. This is a 1.1 liter car, 3-cylinder that I was telling you is a exact replica, copy of the Chevrolet Spark. Look familiar? It looks like a Mazda 3. That's because it is a Mazda 3. Only this is not the company Mazda. It's a Chinese company that has basically stolen the tech designs and other intellectual property to manufacture the same car. If it reminds you of the new BMW 1 Series, then you're right, because it actually is the same car, same design. There's two of them right there for you. Chinese car company using the same specs taken from BMW. A Subaru SUV? No. Great Wall SUV. Looked like a Lexus SUV. Same shape, same type of design, but no, it's actually a BYD replica. If it looks like an Infiniti, that's because it basically is. Same design, same everything, only it's not an Infiniti. It's a Chinese knockoff. Gee, I wonder where they got the design specs for that. If it looks like a Honda CR-V, that's because it basically is, only that's not a Honda. That's a Chinese brand. Okay, last one. Looks like a Toyota 4-door economy sedan, but it's not. It's a Haima, Chinese brand. I'll show you the Toyota. Same car, same tire size, same motor. And here's the BYD, which is also the same car. So if that doesn't tell you that the Chinese are a copycat culture, I don't know what will, because these are autos. You can apply this same type of test comparison for almost any other product or service practically Okay, as China grows and they get more modern with technology and transportation, companies like Tesla are introducing these charging stations at some of the finer housing complexes throughout China. You just basically back your car in, plug it in, and your Tesla Roadster can then operate. As you know, Tesla is investing in China by building some factories here, not just for the car production but also the batteries, because China is right now a world leader in battery cells, and cost of producing battery cells are probably lowest that you can find in terms of variety and cost. So here it is, green light says go, and you plug it in and that'll charge up your Tesla vehicle, which they're selling more and more of these in China. I noticed instead of many of the wealthier car owners, instead of driving around BMWs and Mercedes and so on, they're now driving Tesla Roadsters and some exotic Italian sports cars as tastes change throughout mainland China. That is a waste of a perfectly good Porsche.